This is In My Head with NoTrace. We're gonna talk about my new song out right now called Take My Time with Mickey Shiloh, Glenn Travis. So I was going through tracks one day and I just heard this fire, this hard ass track. And I just got lost in it. So like what I heard immediately was a dope R&B song. Like I didn't hear no hip hop, I didn't hear no rap to it. Like I knew it was gonna be an R&B song, and I knew that I was gonna have to do something different on it. Cause I don't sing, you know, I write for singers, you know, I write mostly everything I do. But this one, I kinda wanted to put my Khaled spin on it and just kinda like bring everything that I heard to life. But I knew that I wasn't gonna be on it that much. So basically, I heard it, I wrote the verse to it, and then I started thinking about who I can get on it. And immediately, I was working with Glenn Travis at the time. He's on a few of my songs that you probably heard already. So I reached out to Glenn, he laid the hook down, and a part down, and it came out crazy. I didn't wanna take my time and took you right. I've been thinking about. And then I heard a female on it. So I wanted to get the female perspective on it. And I just wanted to make this a full R&B vibe. So I reached out to Mickey Shiloh. She killed it. She did it. So now I had all of these different pieces that I had to figure out what to do. So now I have the beat, I have my part, I have Mickey Shiloh's part, I have Glenn Travis's part. So now I had to figure out how to put all of these different pieces together and kind of put them together in a way that it would sound great and it would get the point across. So it was difficult. It was this is by far like my most expensive song. Like it's like this song is like my baby. I love this song. And that's kind of how it came about. Then I had to, you know, get a dope, mix and master, and kind of tell him like what I heard. And then we got all of these different pieces where I didn't know who was gonna go first, second, last, or whatever. What the hook was gonna be. So basically I had to kind of give the engineer my thoughts on it and then let him kind of take that and just take it beyond that and just make it, you know, and bring it all together and just kind of finish the whole picture. And I felt like we did that. I love the song. Just got great feedback from it. The results from it is great. So that's kind of how Take My Time came about. So if you heard the song, I mean, you know what it's about. But I mean, the title says it all. It's about taking your time. I mean, you can do that with whatever you're doing, but taking your time and making sure you're doing, you know, what you need to do right. So, I mean, I feel like we got different perspectives on it. We got the female part, you know what I mean? Her verse actually kind of ties in with mine. I kind of respond to her, and it almost seems like we're talking back and forth, or it's about, you know, between us. And then you got a male, you know, two male parts, but you have a hip hop. And my verse is a lot more hardcore. And a lot more explicit than the singer's verses. So I want to give you that side. It's probably, I mean, it's probably one of my most explicit songs. I really don't really curse too much and things like that, but you know, I let you know like how I was coming. So, and then you got Glenn Travis part, you know what I mean? And then all of the voices all together at the end with the chorus. And I think it came out amazing. So I hope you guys feel it. That was basically the whole story behind it. It took a lot to get done. It took a lot to make, a lot to create. It took a lot for me to kind of play the quarterback role or the coach role, and then just kind of let everybody know how, you know, I wanted to kind of make it sound, and then not having that much of a role in it because I'm only on the verse. And you know, I'm good with that. It's all about the song. It's still my song. It's my vision. It's everything I heard in my head. It came out beyond that. So that was the whole process behind it. It's a long process from finding the track, you know, figuring out what you want on it or how you hear it, and then trying to put all those pieces together, especially with 2 other people, not to mention the engineer who has to come and put all of these things together and make it sound good. So a lot goes into songs. Probably not a lot as probably other artists, just because I do a lot myself. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And this is In My Head with NoTrace.